All right, just real quick before we get into this video, I wanted to tell you guys about my trip to Australia coming up. I'm leaving in a couple of days. I'm going to go visit Bennett's Customs. It's my buddy Jordan. He's actually from here. Moved to Australia, opened up his shop. He's got a great YouTube channel called Bennett's Customs. Definitely check him out. We're actually going to do a meet and greet for anybody that's able to make it to his shop on April 29th from 4 p.m. onward. We're going to have some beers, some food, play with some of the tools, that sort of thing. So very excited for that. Once I'm finished hanging out with Jordan at Bennett's, I'm going to be heading to Melbourne for the MotorRetro show on, I believe, the 6th and 7th of May. Catch me there at the Hare and Forbes Machinery House booth. I'll be hanging out with Rick, Vaughn, Giorgio from MotorRetro, and Aiden from Bespoke Coachworks. Then I'll be headed to Sydney to the MotorRetro shop. We're going to have a couple of classes there. The classes are sold out. I'm so thankful for you guys. I can't wait to meet everybody coming to the class. We're going to build bomber seats together. We're going to talk about metal shaping. It's going to be a really great time. And then the last weekend of the trip, I'll be at the Hot Rod and Custom Expo in Sydney. Really excited for that show as well, like super hot rod, crazy custom culture type show. Once again, check me out there at the Hare and Forbes Machinery House booth. I'll be hanging out with all those guys. I think Vaughn and Giorgio and Aiden from Bespoke are all going to be there. Anyway, super excited for the trip. Let's jump back into this video. If you can make it to Bennett's, 4 p.m. April 29th, please do, and we'll see you there. Catch you later, everybody. Let's get into the Power Hammer thumbnail dies. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Make It Custom. I'm Carl Fisher, and today we are back on the Power Hammer build. This is a fixed stroke Pullmax style reciprocating hammer made from junk in the shop. Nothing crazy. You guys can do this too. You know, there's the full build is in the last video of this hammer. So what are we going to do today? We are going to make thumbnail shrinking dies for this machine, and we're going to find out whether or not this machine is capable of creating enough power to do thumbnail shrinking right there. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a foot pedal to it. This machine's not totally done. Right now there's nothing that connects the clutch to a way for me to control it, so I'm going to build a foot pedal and we're going to make thumbnail shrinking dies right now. So don't forget to like, click subscribe, hit notifications. Let's do it. All right, first things first, we got to figure out a way to turn this motor on. It's either going to be a foot pedal or it's going to be like a lever that just turns it on. Pros and cons, I guess. With a foot pedal, I know on the Shape-O-Matic, I like to use the foot pedal because you kind of feather that clutch a lot to help with the heaviness of the hit. Because it's a sprung hammer, the harder you push down on the foot pedal, the faster the crankshaft goes, the faster it starts whacking it, the harder it hits. This machine, because it's a fixed stroke machine, doesn't have that. So you have the possibility of putting just a lever that just turns it on. And honestly, I think that that's kind of the way to go. Thinking about it and kind of talking about it out loud, I think that, you know, a regular Pullmax, you just turn them on. You don't have a foot pedal to control them. Like, you don't need the foot pedal to control them. Because they're fixed stroke, you would not be adding pressure by going faster or slower. It's fixed stroke. So I think that what I'm going to do is have some kind of a lever that somehow actuates the motor to turn on. Now the motor turns on by this. Well, you plug it in and the motor's just on. I don't have a switch on it. But the motor's spooling up and nothing's happening because it has this mechanical clutch. That is the mechanical clutch. It's kind of coming off the back side of this machine at an angle. So I'm going to have to create some kind of a linkage that allows it to lift at this angle. I don't think that you'd want it pushing in a weird direction because it would probably put weird forces on it. So I'm going to try and keep the forces going in this direction, figure out some kind of weird linkage. First thing I'm going to do is consult the scrap pile. You know, like I said, I'm always trying to use what I've got, and it's kind of like a fun exercise in creativity to just see what you can make out of junk you got. So yeah, I don't know. I think for sure I'm definitely going to do the lever thing. So I'm going to need a lever. I know I've got like an old lever somewhere in here. It's right on top. Check it out. There it is. lever. It's got a little ball on the end. Could I use this? It looks like 1/4-inch round bar. I'm just grabbing stuff. Flat bar maybe. This actually, maybe if I come off the top with something like that, maybe I can make my pivot like that. I know it looks bad because it's just a bunch of junk that is welded together, but that could work. What else do we got? I pulled this out earlier because ready rod and some tube that fits it. Maybe that's our pivot. Be easy, just chop a couple of slices of the tube and add a bolt. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna figure this linkage out right now, and then we're gonna build some thumbnail shrinking dies, put this machine to work. All right, scrap bins have been good to me. This is the plan. Okay, we've got just this chunk of round bar here. I'm going to link this round bar to this clutch lever so that when I pull on this round bar, it'll also pull on this clutch lever. This round bar, I'm going to link to this bar. Now this bar, I would like to, in the up position, this be, not engaged. And then I want to be able to pull this down and over center it so that it holds itself down, and that would be the motor engaged. That's the ideal situation. Now the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to use this little spring. I found a spring that I could clip the ends off of that fits over some ready rod. I've got this wing nut so that we've got a bit of an adjustment. I would like to put this in here somehow so that when this rod is pulled by this lever, when this lever over centers, like it wraps around past its fulcrum, that it locks it on. And it works in my head. I don't know. We should be able to adjust it. It'll be like the brake on a Z50. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to cut this off, put a hole in there so that this goes through, and then make some kind of over center action for this. That's what I'm gonna do. I could probably forge it flat and drill a hole in it or something. You know what I mean? little bit crooked. Alright, I think that should work. Something like that anyway. I'm going to drill a hole in there that's a bit bigger than 3/8 so that this spring can go inside. A little bit of rapid tap. Don't forget your safety glasses. Available on japhandskustoms.com. Okay, so that's a step in the right direction. Suppose we're going to need some way of linking this to this arm here, whether or not it's going to be just a hook, or I'm not sure, maybe just a piece of that 1/4 inch round bar bent in a loop. That would be fine probably. I guess we could forge this and put a hole in it. That's probably what I'll do. I'm gonna smash this flat next, put a hole in it so that I can make a little round bar link to this. Okay. This link is there. Got a nylock nut so that we can tighten it without tightening it all the way. Too tight. Back it off a little. There we go. Now let's see what we can do about a link. Should we do a little piece of chain in there?
I like chain.
Either a piece of chain, or I can do just a dumb little link with this thing.
Why don't you do the link from here to there first, because you'll have to see where it over centers and stops, where your pivot is here.
Well, this will be the over center here, and that's adjustable here. So that can be fixed right now.
Oh, okay, okay.
That could be fixed right here.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Let's just try this, see if it's easy. Go like that. Let's see.
Yeah, that'll be good.
There we go. Beauty! When this is down here, the pivot for this link is going to have to be past this fulcrum. So this will have to curve down. It doesn't have to be this, but something will have to curve down.
Or you just torch this and bend this with the torch.
Yeah, it could probably. This video is brought to you by the letter T for torch. Okay, let's go torch it. See if we can't bend it the hard way. tried bending flat board the hard way, have you?
I have not.
Hey?
I haven't, but I mean...
Should work.
Yeah. It's only metal.
Metal is clay.
Just harder clay.
It's nice and hot now.
Oh,
it's starting to flare. Yeah, probably there. That works, doesn't it? Never done that before. This is like so satisfying. Why is it so satisfying? Yeah. You can do it, battery. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got. So in order for us to over-center, this will have to be past our fulcrum when it's over-centered, which it looks like that's gonna work perfect. So let's, we got a bunch of adjustment on this, yeah. This to be on some kind of a pin coming off of here. So should just be done easy, just to a bolt. Bolt like that.
I think that's too far.
You're too far.
It might be.
Too far up the thing?
Yeah, I think that has to go like around here, no? Like once it
I don't know. It's got a fair ways to travel.
Oh,
we can adjust
yeah.
it. We can adjust it. We'll just
No, you're right,
We'll give it a shot. I mean, that feels good, it hits that. So we're gonna need a shorter, we'll have to cut it down a little bit. Okay. Okay, look at that. Dunk. Oh, buddy.
You're gonna just have to tighten up here a lot. I don't know if it has enough throw.
Well, I mean, you can tighten it up infinitely there, right? But it might be working perfectly right now. We don't know. No. Yeah, I think that spring is probably not going to do much for us. Okay, we need a little knob for that. That's so nice. What do we got for a shift knob, Elio? Found it.
No way. Dude, finally.
Just like, do you think?
Just do it.
I mean, I think that's like a 3/8 thread on the inside. It's got this weird locky thing. What's the button for? Oh,
That'd be nice.
Nitrous. Nitrous. I mean, I just don't really like these. But... What else do we got?
Well, this is a scrap tool. Literally, it'd be a good place for that shift knob to be used.
Oh.
I mean, you could, but you could just weld this to there and be done. Oh, does that not? Oh, I see.
I don't get it fully. Like it's like this thing.
Well, this you can weld on whatever, and then just get the nut for there and there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't actually understand how that works. Like, this is supposed to lock it? Oh yeah. But then this would always spin. I don't get it. It's hurting my head.
I don't know.
How does that work? Okay. Or there's this. I feel like that looks cooler.
I definitely.
Oh, and it matches this.
It's more suiting your.
It's made out of one of these.
Well, then we're golden. There you go.
How am I going to get it on there?
Drill a hole and then set screw it. Or just glue
yeah, or
it.
just like weld a bolt. Like thread this, weld a bolt.
Yeah, let's do that. Or just can you tap that? What size is that? Is that a tappable size?
It's just I think it's a big size. Let's just cut that off. We'll weld a bolt on that jams into here.
Cool.
Done. Easy. 4 minutes. It has to be done in 4 minutes. Count.
Okay. We'll start the video. 4 minutes.
This thing has to be on there in 4 minutes. This definitely intriguing. Okay.
What size tap do you need?
I'm going to need a 3/8 tap. What's that? Of course.
$55, $56.
Done. For real? There's only like 4 seconds left. Look at that. That's cute. I like it. Okay. We're done that. Now let's make some dies. Okay. Set screws. What? You don't like the power tap?
Oh,
You're not into power tapping, Elio?
they always snap.
Gotta have the right size drill bit. Okay, top one. Those are in. Nice. Okay, so in order to make this thumbnail die, we've got to have a thumbnail. You know, it could be anything, just something. I'm probably going to use this bit of round bar, and I'm gonna cut a tapered chunk of it and put it right from the center out this way, kind of tapered up. So I'm just gonna cut it out and we're gonna TIG weld it on. It's getting hot. Little guy like that. Kind of looking like this. There it is. That is the beginning of a thumbnail die. See? That's it. All right, so I'm just gonna start by notching towards the center. Yeah, I'm just starting off getting it like as dead close as possible. Like we're almost sitting on there now.
Yeah.
I can feel the edges touching, so we're getting closer. I might switch to this now. But we do need to have enough room for metal to be in there, and these dies might take a little bit of fine tuning as well, like after we try. Okay. I think I'm about ready to try them. Did we get this thing going good before? Okay, it definitely has enough power.
Yeah.
It's like totally doing it without even slowing down. The dies are not meshing nice. That is what is happening right now. This thing's still going. You hear it? It's still going. Okay, it's definitely shrinking.
That's better.
It's better with lighter pressure, but it's still doing that. You can see these marks in there too. Watch this thing start up with it fully touching. Like, I think we need braces to make it even stronger. That's crazy though, that it has that much power.
Wow.
The dies were touching and the frame of it was just like deflecting. Yeah, it's still doing weird stuff. It's biting really hard on one side. I think it's hitting hard on the tip somehow as well. Like maybe that tip is smashing it. Okay, we're just gonna chalk up that first set of dies to a learning experience. I don't know why I didn't think to have a look at the Sosa Metalworks Shape-O-Matic dies to give me a little bit better thing in my head. Look at the angle on that. I think partially I was making it super shallow on these dies because I wasn't sure if this machine was gonna be strong enough, but I am reassured. Like, I don't know if we got footage of it or if you already saw it, but there was a time when I turned on this machine and the dies were touching each other, and the whole 4x6 frame was deflecting by the stroke of the machine. So this thing's got like crazy amounts of power for being a sewing machine. Like this thing, 5.6 amps, 110 volt, like your hair dryer takes more juice than this machine. Anyway, whatever. So these dies, they are perfectly round here, and they are perfectly round here, and then they're just kind of washed out on the edges a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna redo this lower die. Where are they? You got, yeah. See this? It's a little bit small now, and I think the machine has more power in it, so we could probably make this thing bigger. And I've ground so much away that it started cracking. You can see little cracks happening. So, and this wasn't dead flat to begin with, so we were kind of grinding and messing up. So I've got another dead flat hardened die, and then we'll still use this top die. And I'm gonna grind this out probably with a die grinder and try and make it like pretty close to round. And then I'm gonna get probably like a 5/16 bolt, a little bit bigger than that 1/4 inch, maybe even a 3/8 bolt, and make the thumbnail in that. These are dead flat, so you know, at least we won't have to mess around at all. Like, I know these are hardened and good to go. So I'm not saying that you need these to be hardened. You don't need hardened stuff. You can make this out of whatever. Another great material is scrap hydraulic cylinders for making dies. If you're gonna make your own stuff, like I think they're usually 4130 or whatever they are. They're a little bit harder than mild steel. And there's lots of scrap hydraulic cylinders around. So anyway, that's the plan. We're gonna remake the lower die and recarve the upper one with a little bit more aggressive of a thumbnail on it and give this another shot. But so far, I mean, pretty stoked. This is my favorite part, the 4-minute angle.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, is that gonna be long enough?
I got a socket there.
Why did that get tight right away? Oh, this bolt is a little bit messed up.
I don't know.
Huh. Oh, it's mint.
It works.
We should have some kind of like lever action on that though.
Get out the torch.
Get out the torch. Okay, got a bolt. Maybe too much angle. Oh yeah, that is steep. That is so steep.
So steep.
Okay, I'm just gonna clean it up. Mine's a bit steeper than his. Let's go with the exact same angle as that, just because we know it works. Pretty close. A lot more aggressive dies than the first set, I would say. Hopefully they work. Okay. Let that cool down a little bit.
Grind the female while...
Yeah, I'm gonna grind the female. Where's the female one? Now those are shrinking dies. This is a little sharp. You probably got to grind that actually.
Yeah, the edge.
Yeah. Okay. The other upgrade that we did was drill this out, and that's gonna take away this slop here. So we're able to tighten that so there's no left and right movement. We can actually align these really, really well. There is no movement in the top one. So let's grind this real quick, eh? I mean, that's looking pretty good now.
Oh yeah.
How's the back? Aligned?
It's quite centered, yeah.
Close enough. Fingers crossed. Slowing down, isn't it? This thing needs all the oil. That's shrinking like crazy, man. It's like just at the limits of like the amount of power this machine has, but like that is shrinking awesome, dude. That's crazy. Look at that. Winning! Dude, I'm so stoked on that. But like even like the machine marks, like it's like not bad at all, man.
No.
It's definitely shrinking a lot. Like those are actually pretty aggressive dies.
Very.
They're like, wow. Okay, it's not gonna look like anything, but I wanna put the planishing dies in just to smooth it out. See what we got. All right, so I've replaced the dies, like I took the thumbnail dies out. Now I've got a flat top one and just a curved bottom one. I think I've got just a number 4 radius. These are the planishing hammer dies. They're CP planishing hammer dies. I just want to show you guys what it's going to do to this, even though it doesn't look like anything. Check it out. You know, just a little bit of work with the planishing hammer dies in there and it rounds it all right out. The machine, like the tooling marks from those dies are actually really good. Like that's, it looks how it should. Maybe it's biting a little bit on the edges, but for the most part, like that thing shrinks like crazy with those dies. I do think that motor is at its limit for how much load it can take when we're doing heavy shrinks. But I mean, that being said, that motor's probably 50 years old, you know? It blew dust out of it when I turned it on. Who's to say that that motor isn't a little bit worn out, or that we can't change it to a different motor later? Like this is incredible. So I'm gonna stop this video here. I think that the shrinking die episode is probably run on long enough, and hopefully you guys kind of get an idea as to how to make these yourself. We found out from doing the second set of dies that, you know, I basically tried to make a miniature version of the ones that Christian made for the Shape-O-Matic, and that's basically what I did. So we've got his die, my die. I tried to keep the angles about the same. There is quite a steep angle on there. This doesn't need to be concave, it doesn't need to be convex. This is a straight, basically as if you welded a piece of round bar on there and then filled the edges with weld. This little spot here is where all that shaping is really happening, so there has to be a little bit of a void between this die and the upper die in that spot. So when these dies are together, they're flat on flat right now, they've got a little bit of play. That just goes to show you how much more room there is around the thumbnail so that it doesn't get jammed up in there, especially because like the material is coming in at, you know, all kinds of weird creases and angles and stuff. So you want to have a little bit roomy in that spot. But yeah, nothing crazy special. Like you guys can make this stuff too. I think the next episode, I'm gonna make the profile dies for this, and we are gonna use the profiles to try and mimic the Zephyr bead roll. I wanna see if this machine will do it. Kind of exactly what I already did, but to be able to do profiling with this machine, I think would be really cool. So we're gonna make reusable profile dies for it next. Thanks a lot for watching Make It Kustom, everybody. Thanks for Elio behind the camera. Thanks for Christian Sosa to inspire. He inspires me to build machines. I love building machines. I hope that he's inspired to build a machine on his YouTube channel as well. We'll catch you next time, everybody. Thanks a lot. Don't forget to like, click subscribe, hit notifications, and join the custom crew. See you next time.